and welcome for this weekly community show. Welcome, and this show is very important because it's the very last show that happened during the beta. The next time I will be here in this screen with this beautiful slideshow, the game will have been released. Not for everyone too, because the show will happen the 14th of October, and so the alpha tester will already have access to the game since the 12th of October, and the beta tester will have access to the game just when the show finish on Twitch. Hello guys, and welcome for the live show here that happen on Twitch every week. So if it's the very first time you're joining, I'm super happy that you are coming in. This is a show that I wanted to create so we can really share a moment together, warm up about the game, discuss about the game together, and that I can share to you directly all of the most important news, speak about the community, share the content creator, do a shout out for a person or another, and answer your question. If you have any kind of question, if you have any kind of discussion you want we speak about, we're going to do that. That Erickson saying, love the pace of the game and it does feel that harsh to solo. I love tanking, so night all the way. Nice. So cool. Really nice. Sure bet the mod. What level is that lava ant eater looking things? I want to beat it up. Well, those creatures, the one that are becoming full of lava style, they are the ashen creature. So they happen in some events, so you can find them in two different places. The first place is the Embers Adrift, and the Embers Adrift are already appearing in North Reach, the first zone beyond the wall. So an Embers Adrift is an access to a dungeon, a smaller dungeon, so like a little pocket of a dungeon. And those portals are temporary, so when you find one, you need to really gather fast your friends and get in, because it will not stay there very long. And then in that very small pocket of dungeon, well, it's not really small, it's kind of nice, but it's a lot smaller than the normal dungeons. You will find sometimes some ashen creature. So that could be your first encounter with an ashen creature. Some other regular creature can transform themselves into an ashen creature when they fall dead, and then they respawn as an ashen creature. The other way you can encounter those creatures is in Middleland and Dryfoot, which are two zones after North Reach. So it is for level, I will say 12 to 20 or level 70 to 25, so there are higher level zone. And then you will find some Ember Rapture. The Rapture are Ember Drifts that are not complete, so they are not teleporting you to a dungeon. However, you have the power of the Ember that's very powerful over there. So what you do is you bring back some creature, you kill them around the Ember Rapture, and what happens is that they have a chance to respawn as an ashen creature. When you kill the ashen creature, you may gather some Ember essence in your Ember Stone. That is that you can carry on the side of your pockets. And with that Ember Essence, you will be able to do plenty of things. At the moment, what you can do is to teleport yourself from one Ember Monolith to another if you have discovered them, so it doesn't have a travel cost. That's an Ember Monolith. And this allows you, if you discover them, you will be able to travel from one to another. So there's one per zone. We wanted to give a little fast travel things to our player because the world is very vast, without really reducing the vastness of the world. So we wanted to limit that possibility while still allowing it. And then there's other things that are coming in with the Ember Essence. One of them is the ability to transform some of your ability with our alchemy system and to empower them with the Ember Essence. So some abilities are reacting to regions, and you will be able to empower those regions with Ember Essence. So that's about it. So the portal are open dungeon. So if a second group is coming in, you can meet each other. So all our dungeons are open dungeon. You can always meet up with other player. It's pretty fun, by the way. It has happened at several times that you had several group in a dungeon, and you find a group that just got wiped out, and you could save the group with your group, and then you're two group together, and you have to take different paths, so you're not walking on the path of everyone. So that has been very fun to do. The words, the question. So Ravi is saying, I believe the first zone in that town may have instance just to deal with the influx. Yeah, but that's not the same instance we're speaking about. So that's our, yes, you have various instance. That's one of the technology we are using, and we have been testing that this Wednesday. It's just to have an overflow. It's like Guild Wars 2 or Elder Scrolls Online. It's exactly the same thing. In Elder Scrolls Online, you're not with every player playing Elder Scrolls Online, right? You know that you have a certain number of players, and when there's too much, you go into another version of the world, and so you meet up other players. In Elder Scrolls Online, they are matching you with your friend list, with your guild list, with stuff like that, and with your party, of course. But Guild Wars 2 is the same thing as well. You have a big giant mega server, everyone is on it, and once there's too many people, you're overflowing to something else. So that's something that we are exploring with Embers Adrift, to be sure that there's no problem of overpopulation in our zone. So that's the only thing. That being said, we're not so far expecting to be completely overflowed by people, but who knows, maybe we'll have more success than we anticipated, and that will be a nice news. So, Magi, how many concurrent players can a server handle? Are there world bosses or mob that have a higher rating that need a group of players to conquer? So I cannot really answer you of how many concurrent player a server can handle. For so far, every stress test we had, the zone were handling really perfectly. It was more the performance that were a problem, which we have heavily been working those last few weeks, but we didn't had any problem server-wise. So I think we can handle a lot more players than what we had during the open beta. So there's world bosses. The world bosses are spawning randomly. You can handle them with one group if the group is pretty good, but if you're just, just the level and not a lot of good equipment, you may want more than one group to tackle them. However, it will be the first group to have tagged the world boss that will get the loot. Yes, it's like layering. It's basically, that's exactly what you're doing when you are using a mega server. When you're using a mega server, that's not something you were using before, right? Back in the days, you didn't have that, so you had different servers that were separated. So here, what you can do is have a one single server, and then when there's too many people, they go to a different version of the same zone with other player, and you can have as many as you want. So you have several layers. A lot of Korean games use that as well. In the Korean game, like Terra Online, I will remember, you can select the zone, or Lost Ark, I think Lost Ark does that as well. You can even select which zone you want. So if you know that your friends are all going into the number 10, so you select the instance 10. Let's speak about the patch notes. What's new? It's been an intense week for all of us as we prepare to get this game out in the wild. This is one of our largest change set yet, including a new city, a slew of new NPCs, more quests, crafting tweak, augment, additional performance knobs, and a new patch server. This is not the end, however. We will continue working diligently through launch to bring you new content on a regular basis. Remember that this is the last weekend of beta, and the server will be closing on Sunday at midnight Central American Time, which is 7 AM for Europe. Please join us on Sunday at 8 PM Central for a last send-off. So that's the last event. So all of the GM are gathering. It's 8 p.m. Central and it's 2 a.m. for Europe. For Central Europe, so it's 1 a.m. for UK. We are seeking focus feedback on those items this week. Please, friends, give your feedback in this thread related to those specific items. We really need your feedback. It's important. How is the performance inside of the city during the day and night? How much of an impact did adjusting humanoid texture resolution impact performance on your rig? Are weapon and armor augments worth using? Was your patching process faster than it typically is? So if you want to see the whole list of fixes, bugs and improvements, please read for yourself the patch note or watch Alice Blue video on her YouTube channel. You will find the information below as usual. So there's plenty of nice, really nice little things. Do we have anything that's very important to speak about? Yes, that's very important. A lot of people were very sad about this. Reworked Misha and Ancient Beer New Haven Valley. This Ancient Beer can now be found more regularly. Because some people really had a hard time doing their quest where they need to kill the Ancient Beer. The Ancient Beer is supposed to be a very elusive creature, but you didn't want to spend hours and hours and hours trying to complete your quest, right? So here it should pop up a little bit easier. Here, the new stuff, very important. That one is really cool. New Haven is finally open for business. Inside of the city, you will find a number of NPC, bank, lost and found, see below, merchant and quest. There's currently a ton of loot popping and other misc art issue we're working through, so please excuse the dust. Merchant and bank have been removed from the New Haven Valley and North Reach tunnels. At this time, all anvil within New Haven are decoration only and need to be replaced with the interactable one. This will be done before launch. For those of you who logged in during one of our Wall Breaker events, you may now acquire an Ember Sword from the merchant in the hidden area above the Rangers Guild. This area and merchant are only accessible to those who have these rewards. And this is something really cool. It's a very nice secret little area. I'm going to show you that. Rabbit Game is saying good job on getting fixes out quickly. Problems will always exist, but whether or not they get solved by the team is one of the major things that makes or breaks an MMORPG. Thank you very much. Undone is working like crazy. It's really amazing. I think that we can all congratulate him. He deserves a medal. John as well, for other reason. And everyone in the team, obviously. But those two in particular, I know they are not sleeping much. Well, actually, everyone in the team is working really hard. All right, this is something important. So here you can already see some screenshots of the city, just to give you a little idea of how the city is. And before we visit it, that's the embering inside of the city. Hello. Hi. And that's the ancient beer. Lost and found. There have been occasions where item returned to your bag get lost to the ether. Previously, this resulted in item getting placed in a slot that there were no interface representation, so as a player you could no longer access it. This week we are introducing a lost and found to allow you to recover those items. When this occurs, you will get a message notifying you that an item has been sent to your lost and found, which can be accessed in one of the banking area of New Haven City. This special container allows for item removal only, so it cannot be used to store additional item. I ran a check on all existing characters and found 6 that were impacted by this. Any excess item have been sent to your lost and found. So that's a new container that you will find with all the other chests, your personal storage and your bank storage in the banking area of New Haven that I will show you later. Yeah, it's important. Another important thing that can impact your performance: adjust humanoid texture resolution. An additional drop-down has been added to the graphic option to help you further tweak the performance of the game. The new option is called Humanoid Texture Resolution and has settings on low, medium, high, ultra, where high is the default value. When each of our humanoid is built, clothing is changed or adjustments are made, a rebuild is triggered. This process includes merging meshes and texture in order to keep performance at optimal levels. This new option adjusts the resolution of the texture atlas that is used. In other words, when all of the texture for a single character get merged, the value of this option determines what size image it's used for the atlas. Lower resolution atlases result in overall lower resolution for the resulting texture, but less of an impact on memory and RAM. And opposite of that, we have higher value resulting on higher resolution texture, but a much larger impact on memory and RAM. When changing this value, you will not see result instantly. Instead, your client slowly cycles through all humanoid and updates their resolution as to not have a huge hit on performance all at once. Up until this point, all characters have used a high value by default, so unless you are having memory performance issue, I recommend keeping it for better visual fidelity. So that's only for those of you that have problem with your performance. So weapon and armor augments. This is a nice new consumable created by the Kinker crafter. Augment have been added. The recipe being distributed as follow. Oh no, actually no, it's not just Tinker. So weaponsmith, 1-hand weapon and gloves. Woodworker, 2-hand weapon. Tinker, range weapon and belt. Armorsmith, head, chest, fall, vambrace, pauldron, greaves. And outfitter, shirt, pants and boots. Okay, well that's kinda interesting. It means that every crafting will have the possibility of creating those augments. To use an augment, simply right click on it, your cursor will change, then left click on the item you would like to augment. If this item has not been augmented, it will pop up a dialog warning that the item will become bound to you. You can replace an augment at any time by applying a new one. And as general reminder, weapon augments expire based on a number of hits, and armor augments expire after a specific amount of time in combat. Sword under your nameplates. So in real combat, not just in the stance combat. So the weapon and armor augments is a new consumable, which is very important because while it increases the quality of your item, what it also does is bond it to you. So you cannot share it with your alt anymore. You cannot give your armor of your weapon to another player. So you need to pay attention to that. If you like the flexibility of being able to get your stuff between character, you may not want to use the weapon and armor augment. So it's a temporary buff. So it's a consumable, the weapon and armor augment that are consumable. You can imagine it in the same way that you had sharpening stone in World of Warcraft, I think. Something like that, right? So it will serve you for a number of time. So for a weapon, it expires based on the number of hits. Let's imagine you can use your weapon 100 times before you need a new augment. For your armor, it's more of a duration, how many time you spend in combat. Sherbet the Mod is saying, but Twinking Enchant is awesome. Love enchanting a Skinner knife for a plus 30 spell power and mailing into my caster alt. Yeah, that you will not be able to do. But you will be able to drop some augment in your bank, in your shared bank, and then your alt can get it. So you can do the same thing, but you need to not apply the augment on the weapon or the armor before to share it. You will have to give them separated. This is the weapon, alt, and this is the augment. You see? It's still doable. So it is a way to also have, because all of our equipment are not bound, so you can share anything with any other player. There is no limit to that. It's the only thing that will limit it if you use a weapon and armor augment. So you just have to be smart and do that properly. See if it's worth the using it. And that's also the feedback we ask for you this week. Is the weapon and armor augment worth using? Content Delivery Network, CDN. You may have noticed our launcher was updated on Tuesday. This update allowed the launcher to now pull data for patch through a CDN rather than a standard cloud server. This should provide a much more reliable download source for all, and we should no longer run into throttling issues. The entire deployment process had to be revamped, so please let us know if you encounter any issue. Instancing Tech also worked on some crude instancing tech for zone in preparation for launch. For 2 nights test, that was Wednesday, let's all crowd into the city and give it a good try. So we did that and it worked nicely. So the weapon augment and the armor augment are not like the consumable, not like the regen. So the distilled urine is a regen. And yes, it's pretty fun because you can imagine that if you're throwing some urine at the face of someone, it will be taunted. It will be very mad at you. So that's the idea behind it. I'm glad you enjoy it. So, work in progress, you can, as always, check out the work in progress, which is the roadmap. You can see that almost everything is done now, which makes sense because we're launching tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, literally, but soon. But here we have repair costs and leather visual. So we're working into improving how repair costs are calculated to mitigate repair costs at higher level. Still some work left to do, but just wanted you to know we are working on it. And the leather bracers, greaves and pants currently do not have visual. This is being worked on. Okay, now it's time for me to speak to you about our creator of the day, which is Redbird Flynn. Redbird Flynn is a YouTuber. He's covering all kind of MMORPG, but it does have a soft spot for old school MMORPG, and he's also a writer. So he's writing fantasy stories, and so he really loves the lore. And he has done a very amazing video about Embers Adrift to speak about it. So yes, it's a ginger, which is nice. So I want to show you something really cool that he has made. So you will have to watch the whole video to discover what he is saying. But first, I would like to make you hear this. So we're going to this place. Listen to that.
In the story department, in the old kingdoms to the south, beyond the great chasm and the horrifying Darklands, the people found a small amount of something they formerly thought was only a myth, called Ember. A thing they had never seen, only known from the children's tales they were told in their youth. It was said in these myths that with Ember, one could perform the most miraculous feats. Very quickly, rumors spread of this Ember. Kings, queens, warriors, and other powers sought this small amount of Ember so they might unravel its mysteries and claim its power for their own. A terrible war broke out, leaving all peoples of the old kingdoms seeking for a safe place to live in peace. Most went south, east, or west, due to the looming threat of the Darklands to the north, a place where few have wandered, and even fewer have returned. Those who did return were not the same, for they were no longer sane. Their minds were left somewhere beneath the dark bowels of the Darkland. The players in Embers Adrift are some of the few who have made the treacherous journey across the Darklands, maintained their sanity, and found new haven waiting for them, though new dangers and adventures await them north of the wall. They have found a little peace in New Haven. There are 8 more lore entries on Embers Adrift's website.
There it is. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So here it is. You can follow, that's the video about Embers Adrift. Of course, I'm not showing you everything, so you have to go on his channel and give it a like. Yeah, it was really nice. I congratulate him a lot for that, because that was really, really cool. Very nice voice acting. He has been reading the lore bit on the website, but I illustrated really nicely and added the music, and I think he put a lot of effort into that. So yes, it's a good video. So you can follow Redbird Flynn on his channel. He just got 2,000 followers, so let's give him a little bit more. If you're not following him already, give him some support. So you can see what he's playing is Lord of the Ring, EverQuest, etc. He's really specializing into more old school video. Even too, like Zutas King mentioned, he may not have been there at the release of those games, is still are playing them, and I think that's valid, you know. If you discover those old games later on, you didn't have the chance to know what they were once they released, that doesn't make it less valid to enjoy it and speak about them, right? So we are in New Haven. In New Haven Valley, and we are facing the city of New Haven. So until now, when you pass at the door, you will directly reach Northreach, but you can imagine Northreach being on the other side of the last wall, here where you see the 2 towers. So that's what it will be. But now we are going to go and visit the city. This character has never been visiting the city, so there it is. Sherbet Demot is saying, I will say what armor model are implemented, the gear look like it's actually being worn rather than being painted on. Yeah, this is something that we try to make a kind of realistic look. There it is. Nabil is saying, just to tell you that I really hope your launch goes smoothly. And there are technical issues, please don't take them personally, not like it's your responsibility to do anything technical anyway. Thank you very much, Nabil. Really appreciate the happy wish. Okie dokie, ref. See you later. Thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you for the subs. There it is. And we have some new music. Here we have someone to say hi to. Ah, it's Randall. That's you in the game? Yeah, 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 kinda. I made the character looking a little bit like me. So in every NPC, like, look, this is Charlie's. Yay! That's Charlie. The music is so beautiful. Oh, by the way, guys, the music you can find, it has been added to the album that you can purchase on Bandicamp. Yeah, that's Zalcor. Hi, Zalcor. Yeah. Hello, Zalcor. The album that you can purchase for Bandicamp if you want to support our studio further financially, you can do that. And all of the music of the game are continuously added. It costs only $10 to purchase it, and then you will own all the music. Ziawen. And so here you can really enjoy the feel of a city. Saying hi to everyone, but I'm going to show you some special place. So first here, of course, you have plenty of NPC you can talk to. For example, this is an NPC that gives you a quest. I've done the quest on my other character, not with her already. Like, for example, let's see what she has to say. As she beats someone in an arm wrestling match, she stares you right in the eyes, then pointing you. You're the next. Ha! I'm kidding. How can I help you here at Alida's Half Pint Brew? Why do you only sell half pint? Can you handle a full pint? Oh, well, look like we have a new challenger. You think you can out-drink the likes of me? Meet me at the Consortium Guildhall for drinking contest after a close-up shop. Then we will see who can handle the liquor. Alright, I will think about it. Seriously thought. What don't they come in pints? It's a silly rule. You can only sell up to half a pint if you're merchant style. Only full-service tavern can sell pints. I think that's what the Consortium doing. They influence the council somehow. I just knew it. Okay, I would like a drink, please. And oh, I can have tea. Herbal tea, black tea, green tea. Yeah, white tea. Ooh, purple tea. Ooh, orange tea. Oh my god. Grape juice. Oh wow, 2 stamina regen and 1. Oh, nice. Oh, I like the juice. Oh, they look really cool. So that's nice, very nice. A punch. Cherry punch. 7 stamina regen plus 6 to haste. That sounds like really cool. Then you have some potion. You don't, no, you still have, okay. You have New Haven Ale, New Haven Wine, New Haven Vodka. Alright. New Haven Whiskey and Moonshine. Oh my god. Execution movement minus 60%. Oh shit. If you're going to be wasted in the game, you can. That's not an aqueduct, but yeah, it could look like it. It looks a little bit Roman style, huh? There's a little of Roman style, I think. Yeah, you're right. But it's a bridge, but you cannot go there. I just wanted to show you the type of dialogue you have. Every NPCs have a story to tell you, and every NPC have a personality. Here, that are all the class trainer. What's pretty nice is that when you talk with them, "Hail, Drifter, looking well. You will make a fine candidate for Berserker, Brigand or Warden training." Okay, it's a Warlord trainer. It does have a different dialogue if you are at the right role. Look at this one. Look at this one. She's called Aryana. Catharsis, could you have a drunk character in the game? Yeah, you will have fun playing that. I suggest you to try to play a drunk character in game. Enjoy. What she's going to tell me? From the look of you, I think you're better off finding a berserker brigand or warden trainer. It's important to find a specialty that fits your natural talents. I will urge you to seek out a berserker brigand or warden trainer. Okay, fine. What'd she say? Hello, Florence. My training will not be suitable for you. Seek out trainer for berserker brigand or warden. Fine. Yeah, hello. Well, there it is then. You have chosen a lesser path. We will see how far it gets you. I will be waiting for you when you come crawling back begging me to train you as a berserker. Hi. Oh, fellow brigand. I don't remember training you. No matter. Another brigand is always a welcome sight. And what she says? This is disappointing. I thought I explained all the benefits that a warden offers their allies. We've clearly laid out the superior path. Perhaps you just need more natural consequence in your life to show you the way. I will be here when you change your mind. There it is. All right. So there's plenty of things to show you and plenty of little secrets to show you. But what I want to show you is the Ranger. So this is the Ranger Guild. So you have a bar, you have some ranger here that you have a discussion with them, then tell you some stuff about the lore. I'm not going to show you everything, so it's not spoiling you too much. But that is the secret area. So if you have participated to the Wall Breaker event, you have access to this area. And you can have the sword. So that sword you can purchase it as many times as you want. So if you lose it, if you destroy it, it's okay, you can get a new one. But you also will have a different sword for every level. So here it's for level 1, that's for level 5, that's for level 10, that's for level 20. So what I want is I want the level 21, alright? So here it is. I have the sword. So I am going to replace what I have already by the sword here. So I will need to see which one I sacrifice. 3d4. Okay. So I think I will get 2 swords. So let me see what stat it is. Plus 7 hit, plus 7 penetration. Position bonus, I have position bonus on every position, so that's really cool. I guess I could have 2 of them. I don't know if I can have 2 of them. So Smart Bonnie is saying, did you say Ariana the streamer is playing this game? That would be cool if you both play it together. Well, she did play it one day. Did you saw her stream when she played it? We did a special event just before the release of the beta, and she was one of the streamers together with Sit Knight. So it was Sit Knight, Ariana, me, and we had the 4th streamer, and I don't remember who it was. It was Alice. It was Alice, of course. And it was pretty fun. Okay, so I am trying, so I have purchased another one. Can I use it? Can I have both of them? Yeah, I can have both of them. Wow, look at this. I look awesome. So it's a sword, therefore you can use for every role, and they're shining in the dark. And so in this little area, you can have, it's kind of cute because you have a feast. You have some drink. You really see that it's the nice little resting area where all of the important people can go. Right. And so how you can you get down by this way. All right. Oh, you can get up by this way, or you can get down by the balcony. Oh, that's really cool. Nice. So you have two possibility to get into this area. So if you have been participating to the wall breaker event, you can go and get your weapon over there. All right, let's continue our little visit of the city. Now that I've shown you the trainer area, I've shown you the secret area where you get your glowing sword. Now I am going to show you the bank. So look at this. Here you have one of the bank. So, hi. Hello. This young lad looks very neat. He has a calm and calculating demeanor and a kind smile. Welcome to New Haven Bank, one of the two locations. If you are here to open an account, I am required to disclose that the New Haven Bank is owned and operated by the consortium and is in no way affiliated with the Council of Six, the New Haven Guard, or any governing body. We are a private entity. What is the New Haven Bank? We provide strong boxes and chests for those who want to store items and coins while they go out in their adventures. There are personal and shared chests. You and yours can share a new bank chest, and you can have your own personal stash as well, one per person. If you wish to expand your storage, the consortium can provide larger chests for a fee. So let's observe his face closely. So you have Delvin Smith, all right? Delvin Smith. And here you have the lost and found bank that we were telling you about. Calculating the manor. I see what you did there. Personal stash, and then you have your shared bank. Right? So there's another place in the city where you also have the bank. You have another bank. And so we are going to visit it because it's kind of funny. I want to show you. And it will be the occasion to show you the marketplace where you have more merchant and such. And you also have some tavern. So here's the second bank. No, that's not the second bank. It's just a warehouse. But here you have some merchants. All kind of merchants that are, you know, food merchants, recipe merchants. Oh, we are missing one guy actually. He's gone. Wednesday was there. So I don't know where the guy's gone. Alright, but that's the other bank basically. Right. With your personal stash and then your lost and found. So like here, this is the blacksmith. This gentleman is in the process of creating some small craft. He's engrossed in his work and doesn't notice you right away. You grunt to catch his attention. Oh, hello there. Sorry, working hard. What can I get for ya? I carry supplies for crafter who work with metal. Excellent, that's just what I need. Okay, so this is all of the stuff that you need if you are a blacksmith, right? So you will find different merchant for a different trade. That's the outfitter. We need to see where are the other ones. Oops. Why am I not taking the little bridge? I think they are there. You will have to seek a little bit. No, that's the legendary pie. That's not what we want. So yeah, they are not all gathered at the same place. Yeah, you will need to know where they are. That's a blacksmith. Bushcraft merchant. This man is flashing a narrow shaft. As you approach, he stands to greet you with an overly enthusiastic grin on his face, and begin almost shooting at you, gesturing and flourishing as he talks. Welcome to my humble establishment. This is where all the best and more successful adventurers come to get their survival supplies. Do you need supplies that will help you craft life-saving items in the wild? Then you have come to the right place with worker and provisioner unite. Join the horde of the unwashed who can survive in the wild for longer than any other adventurer. Buy my stuff! Okay, let's trade. And so that will be for provisioning and for woodworking. That's exactly the guy I need to talk to with my other character. So, yeah. What do you think of the city, guys? And voila, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for following this series up to this day. It was the last day of the beta. Now we are releasing the game. It's really exciting, and I hope to see many of you in-game. It's only the beginning of a new chapter of our adventure, the chapter of a game live instead of a game in development. That being said, we're still developing the game, and you will see after launch new content being added regularly. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much for following the series. Thank you for the like and share. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved one, and I will see you next time for a new video or on Twitch TV for the live version of this show. Bye!